All right, so Bulls were winning during the halftime, looking like they were about to kill the Warriors. Halftime happens, the booing happens. Looks like the energy got sucked out after that booing happens. Bulls lose, whatever. I usually would make that a big deal and talk about that, but we all know why we're here. And what I okay, so seeing it live, actually watching it, my first reaction was I felt so bad for that lady. Putting everything aside, what the booing was for, all that, just like human. Um, that was sad to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I felt bad for her. She didn't deserve none of that booing, and to be there and having to accept that. Uh, I hope that today she's having a way better day and know that it's not on her, um, or anyone should ever get booed like that. But let me put it this way, and then I'm gonna break it down. You think in 10 or 20 years, the Warriors organization, you think when they do their Ring of Honor or something similar, do you think Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, or Draymond are not going to be there? Uh, Comment below your questions. Or you think they're going to treat Bob Meyer the same way in like 20, 30 years when they do it and he was the GM and he brought three, two, four championships? Uh, do you think they're going to do that to the Spurs 10, 20, 40 years? The same thing. And I'm going based off just dynasty teams. So comment below. Let me know what you think about that. I just want to know how that would be for other organizations because, I mean, being a Bulls fan and what I'm tired of the Bulls is a joke. And let's break it down now. I know that there's all this drama with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, and even the drama maybe or some animosity that's hiding with maybe Jerry Reinsdorf and Michael Reinsdorf, or RIP to Jerry Krause and what happened in that whole '90s situation during their run. But I no matter what, Michael Jordan has to be there. How do you have a Ring of Honor without Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen? I believe Dennis Rodman couldn't make it actually because of actual weather issues, and he did say that. Don't know if it's true or not. So I guess I'll give him somewhat a pass because he stated actually because of weather he really couldn't be there. But how are you gonna have a ring of honor for that team without the big three, the main three, Michael Jordan? You schedule that, you pay him whatever you need to pay him. I get, like I said, the drama with Scotty and Michael's son dating Scotty's ex. Well, I don't care about all that, dude. You gotta be there. Professionals, you guys gotta be there. Dude, like you're the main reason that all happened. And and this is the organization's fault mainly, a little bit of Michael Scott and all that drama too. But how is your organization not having your main star, your number one worker, company worker who got you all that money, and he ain't even there at the biggest moment you need him to be there? That's the organization's fault, no one else's. And you're gonna tell me, and this might be like sound like conspiracy, whatever you want to call it. You don't think that Jay Reinsdorf maybe had a 1%, 10%, or a little chance knowing when Jerry Krause's name was going to be called that he would have not got booed? You're telling me the owner did not have any idea that was going to happen, invited the wife, the widow, family member, and there was not going to be one boo? I'm calling total BS on that. I also want to come at the people that are coming at the fans. Look, you should not boo. That was not a moment to boo. My take on it. You need to be smarter than that. Hasn't the fans that booed and know when and where to boo. But then back to what I said, you paid for this ticket. You have the right to do whatever you want. Not literally every you want, but like booing, saying what you need to say. But that's just like she didn't. Like I said, she didn't deserve none of those boos. Those boos were towards Jerry Krause, but he didn't deserve none of those boos because the man is gone. Rest in peace. You don't boo a dead man. You just do not do that. But I almost feel like this was a situation set up for failure, especially like I just said when Jordan, Pippen are not there, and then the whole like guys, radio people, sports people are blaming The Last Dance. Like, stop it with all that. Did The Last Dance play a little bit of a role? Yes, but stop it with all that. Because my thing is, if it was another group of people, of fans, like a whole different 20,000 people that came another day, I still think that booing would have happened. It wasn't like this certain fan group decided to build a cult of Jerry Krause haters and boo them. No, tomorrow, if the game was today, they would have fans would have been booing too. The next day would have been other fans. It's wrong. Don't get me wrong. The booing was wrong at that moment. But there also was some cheers. It was mixed with boos and cheers, so get that correct too. So it wasn't everybody in that arena booing. There was some people cheering for Jerry Krause and some people booing. It was just the dominant sound was the boos. So it just sucks that she had to sit and deal with it. She took it like a champ, man. Like, she sat down. Of course, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna cry, but just stay there and and just take it. Kudos to her, and I really feel bad for her. I do. What did you expect? This is the world we live in now. Long time ago, Philly booed Santa Claus. They booed Kevin Durant when he tore his Achilles. Players got spit on. What world do you think we live in? This is the world we live in. Like, this is expected almost. More booing and people being doo-doo heads and not knowing the situation, making fools of themselves because all those people that booed, they did. But what did you expect? Really? What did you guys expect? Like I said, this was set up for failure. This was set up by an organization that is crumbling, that never even passed the luxury tax ever under the ownership of Reinsdorfs. Don't go for championships after the 6 championships. Been not good after that whole run with Michael Jordan. What do you expect? Really? And then you're in the city of Chicago. New York gonna boo people, the Knicks, out of the stadium in this year playoff if they doing trash. What do you guys expect, dude? Is that sports? I mean, I'm sorry. It just sports. It's still wrong what everyone did. Don't get me wrong. They should have not booed her. Or even Jerry Krause. You don't boo a dead man. You just don't. R.I.P. once again. But I'm not shocked. I'm not. Bro, this organization sucks. Bulls organization is horrible. Bro, their players, the main superstar player didn't even show up. No, their second star didn't even show up. The way they broke up this team was ugly. It's facts. The Last Dance, that's all facts. It sucks that the media did paint this image of Jerry Krause and made him look like he was evil mastermind, but he really wasn't. I mean, at the end of the day, he's just a dude that's doing his job and is a GM. What I think killed Jerry Krause was that one comment, and that shows to you too what can happen to you after you're gone and how it can ruin your reputation or your legacy just upon what you say, what comes out of your mouth, or just your actions. Like, you have to be careful with that. This, like, not to be like a teacher or to give you a lesson or anything, because like I said, I'm a nobody. But that's why you have to be careful what you say, how you treat people, because when you're gone is what it probably matters the most, and it could affect your family and all that. Again, Jerry and his widow did not deserve to get booed. That was still, I'm not justifying anything. That was wrong. Completely, completely wrong. But when he said, and he said it with confidence, it is recorded on video, audio, whatever you need. Organizations win championships, not players. That hurt a lot of people. It did. And then the whole breaking up the team and all that just added fuel to that. But I think that one comment, man, you don't understand how crucial, devastating that comment was. That is a horrific comment to say, and that's what I think would always haunt Jerry Krause. even though Jerry Krause ghost haunted the Bulls and made them lose that game, if you want to put it that way. I look at it more of like just the Warriors made adjustments in the halftime, and then plus the emotions, the booing of all that played all a role into why the Bulls probably really lost. But man, if he just not would have said that comment, I think none of this would have really happened. That's just my take on it. It happened anyway. Like I said, a different fan or different set of arena with different people. The next day, I think there was still been some boos, but I don't understand why. What do you guys like? Really, what did you guys expect, man? Like what? Um, like no. If I was there, I'm cheering him. I mean, you did get 6 championships. You did bring Scotty here. You did bring Rodman here. You are a winner. You are the definition of a winner. And like I said, the thing that just killed Jerry was his ego and that comment. But what makes this more sick of the booing and all that is not even the players were booing or they didn't feel harsh towards any of that. When the own players moved on, it's time for the fans and everyone else to move on. When you have people like Steve Kerr or Michael Jordan saying, "Hey, rest in peace. You know what? It's over." We got 6 championships with him. That's it. Just give him his credit and move on. There's no need to boo. No need to do all the stuff. That was sad, man. Like I know I'm repeating myself. Poor lady. But this is the organization. This is the Bulls, Chicago Bulls, running to the ground organization that don't want to spend money on having a good basketball team, that does not give two F's about their fans, don't give two F's about pretty much anything besides just putting an average team out there and let me get your money. And that is what happens when it's time, when the moment calls for it, when you have the biggest moment of your organization, your company, and you're a shitty company, or you treat your employees or your fans wrong, life is going to speak back to you. And it sucks that it had to be that lady that had to take all that, because I think, like I said, those boos were mainly for the Chicago Bulls organization. And you don't boo a lady that's just there representing, and you don't boo a dead man. You just don't. But I think those, organization-wise, they deserved it. They 100% deserve it. And it's time for a change in that organization, because I'm fed up with the Chicago Bulls. Like, it breaks my heart that we had to watch that last night. Everything was taken away from that whole Ring of Honor because of that moment. And I'm not putting, like, you guys can hate on me or what. I'm not putting that full blame on the fans that are booing. Were they stupid? Yes. Were they classless? Yes. Should they have done that? Of course not. But I once again, there would have been another group of fans that would have done the same shit. And let's not act like that's not the truth. And let's not act like people didn't go there to have a good time, drink some beers, and maybe got carried away. All right? Let's be realistic. We're all human beings here, okay? There are some people that take sports that serious that they do not care about human life. They don't care. They're just people that walk out here that do not give a shit about you being a human being when it comes to watching games or just in general. And this is the world we live in. They didn't care that his wife was down there. They don't care. Once they saw Jerry Krause, boo, boo. That's all they were thinking, bro, because they're dumb. You know what I mean? Some people can't process things. But I'm not going to also say they're pieces of shit and, go die. No, bro. Like, come on. Like, we're better than that, too. Like, what's the difference if you're defending the lady, but then you're over here calling them? I get it. They are pieces of shit. They were classless. But the big problem is the Bulls. The Bulls is the main problem. Let's not sugarcoat shit. Let's be real. I'm sorry for my language. That is what needs to change. The ownership needs to change. Like, how are you going to tell me this guy did not know that Jerry Krause was not going to get booed? And he's the owner, and you knew this day was coming, and you did not even have a thought of that. Like, come on, stop with that. But I'm done ranting. It was pathetic what we saw last night. But also, I understand. But, like, dude, when someone's gone, just cheer for him, whether you hate it or not, and let's move on. All right? It's the world we live in. Anyway, like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.